a leg off a pair of pants is just randomly in there. What's that about? Oh, this is cute fabric, isn't it? Oh my god, so much fabric, I just can't even. Right, okay. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, it's fine. Everything's fine. Right, so where are we? Woo! A day of tidying again. This time it's the studio or the spare room or whatever we choose to call it, the office, the whatever. And we need to tidy this room up because it's a mess. It gets in a mess so quickly. That's partly my fault for sure, because I do a lot of my work in here, my projects and my spiritual work as well. So I have to kind of try and keep on top of that. I'm doing okay. It's definitely looking better than it has done in the past, but the closet is a bit of a disgrace, and we have stuff that's just kind of everywhere, like ironing boards and extra tables for when I'm filming stuff, and so I need to tidy all that up. Okay, the Cabinet of Wonders, or the Cabinet of Curiosities. This is the closet, so we're going to go through it and try and clear up the mess that you see. Can you see it? It's all piled up anyway. So this is a collection of all of the things I've done over the past 12 months. So the embroidery kits, the craft fairs, the classes, so I need to really organise it, and I haven't been very good at that. This is going to be useful. Actually, this is going to be useful. This is going to be for organising stuff. I'm going to keep that. It's still sticky. I thought I'd washed it, but hey. Painting. I don't know what to do with this. Chad bought it. We bought it kind of when we first moved into the house, or before we did, and Chad really liked it, not surprisingly, because it's a naked woman. I don't like it, and I don't know what to do with it, so yeah, let's put that to one side. Okay, big boxes full of stuff, please. Wonder if I can consolidate some of this stuff. This is a quilting ruler, and when I first started quilting, I was a student. I was, about 20 or something. Actually, I was younger. Anyway, doesn't matter. When I was a student in Aberystwyth, which is in Wales, they opened a quilting store. I had no money. I was completely broke. But I left without debt, so I was a very frugal student. And I thirsted after this piece of kit. And the reason it's so special is it's something you can use with a rotary cutter, and the plastic doesn't splinter. It's nice and thick for that. It also has, obviously being a ruler, it has it all measured out in inches, because a lot of quilting is done in inches, at least it was back then. And then you can see all the kind of angles, so you could cut at an angle and things. But my complaint is this: it is better if you're right-handed, and I'm left-handed. The numbers always seem to go the wrong way. But anyway, a lot of sentimentality, because this came all the way from the UK with me. I'm doing more and more stuff with mixed media. So yeah, those are all the inks and things that are in there. More embroidery hoops. The packaging that they put these in seems excessive. I feel like all packaging is excessive. Finished items that I don't know what to do with, they go in here. That's the biggest issue with creating original pieces for me, I think, is what do I do with them afterwards? I don't really feel like I'm in a position to sell anything right now. Maybe one day, but not right now. And so sometimes I give them away as gifts, but often they end up just sitting in a storage closet. Oh, extra t-shirts, right. My husband insisted on putting this up. I don't love putting diplomas up. I don't think they look very nice, but hey, he wanted to do that. I think it's an American thing. I don't know really many people who do that in Britain, unless of course they are like, I don't know, dentists or whatever, where you need to know they're not imposters. So these are all my t-shirts that I made with my design on them, which I did years ago. Mountain Witch. If you're interested in buying one, let me know, but here's the deal. Years ago when I made these, a local store that I sell a lot of my merch to said, we don't do t-shirts. We don't. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And then I found out why. People are so fussy about the sizing. They want to know details of like the chest and stuff. And I was just like, oh yeah, this is annoying. So I regret making them in a way, because I mean, I sold a bunch of them. I did make money from them, but I remember one time I went all the way to a Whole Foods parking lot so that someone could choose one. And yeah, that was right at the beginning when I was so flattered that anybody wanted to buy my stuff. But now I might just sell them at cost on the website and you can buy them, and then that's that. And if you don't buy them, you don't buy them. Maybe I'll just donate them. I don't know. I've got tote bags too that I have sold. These do end up at certain stores, so I'm going to keep hold of those. These are black bags, and they're actually, I bought them online, and they are the perfect size for a tarot deck. And I got really excited about them, and I was going to do all sorts of cool things, but I also realised that sewing onto a bag that's already made is kind of annoying. It's hard to get inside it and stuff when you're trying to embroider and stuff. So I do still want to use them and try some things, but I need to figure out a good system, maybe like making panels and then putting them on after. At some point, I know I'm going to have to really brutally get in here and just completely clear everything out. There's boxes of stuff up here, but honestly, right now, we just don't have the time. That's like days. Boxes for kits that turned out to be that the boxes were too small. So I don't know what to do about that. Maybe I'll use that for something else. These were used for a craft fair. I want to keep them because I do like them, but I don't know where to put them right now. I'm obsessed with storage, like baskets and things. I love storage baskets because we have a house that doesn't have great storage. We don't have a garage or a basement or a loft or anything. We've got one closet where everything tends to go. Oh, now this, I've bought over the years on impulse lots of crafty items. For example, these. So these are tiny, tiny embroidery hoops, if you can see. And they are for jewellery. And I also bought these really cool ones that are like brooches that are super gothy looking. And I had this whole idea I was going to do a business, and then I realised that making them is quite challenging because they're small. But I want to do some more small ones just as gifts and things for Christmas and for Yule and all that kind of stuff. But it brings me to a plan I have for this channel, is what I was going to say, which is to find the things in this closet that I've bought over the years to do projects with and that I never did, like these little frames, and just do a project. That's the plan. I'm going to kind of go through all my stuff, and then maybe every 2 weeks I'll pick something and you can watch me try and make something out of it, which I think will be kind of fun. So, okay, so far what I have achieved is moving things out of the closet into the main space. I don't feel like that's an achievement. It just feels like I've moved the mess from one place to another, but I think it's going to be okay. Time for some breakfast, and believe it or not, look at the size of those, aren't they? They're almost like a dinosaur egg. Can you see those? So our friends up in our friends have a cool kind of place up outside of Ashford, about 20 minutes drive away, And their neighbours have ducks, chickens, turkeys, or one turkey, and goats. And when we were up there last week, they gave us all these turkey eggs, and they taste like a chicken egg, and they're huge. They're so cool. Right, so I don't know if it looks better to you, but it's certainly better for me. All the cardboard boxes have been moved. We've stacked up the bins, and the door probably can close. Should we give it a test? Yeah. And there is a little bit of a system here, so embroidery kits, hoops, extra embroidery hoops, fabric, mailing stuff to mail kits with, extra kits. Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. I don't know if this is a better angle, but so recently I've been doing more embroidery and fibre artwork with paint. And here's an example of that. This started off with ink, I think, and then I embroidered onto it. I'm almost done with this, so when this is done you can see it properly. I really enjoyed this mix of paint and embroidery, and so I want to set up something where I can do more of that outside during the summer months. This is one of my favourite things in the world. Is that an exaggeration? It probably is. It's one of my favourite things in the world. I bought this years ago, and when I say years ago, I think I was in my 20s and I'm now 46, 45. I think I'm 45. So it's over 20 years old, more like 25 years old probably. I bought it because I needed something bigger for fibre art stuff. At the time I was quilting and I needed more space to put bits of like the templates and things in for quilting. Now, I had a really lovely cantilever sewing box that I got as a gift when I was about 14 that I also had, and sadly that's gone. I don't know where that went. I guess I left it behind in the UK. I want to try and organise it so that I have got paints and containers and receptacles for paints, or for inks actually, so that if I go outside or anywhere I can just pick this up and go.